looked around, and Leman has the dual Berettas again. Now, he has a good spawn. He'll be getting on top heart. This wouldn't be a bad place to use him. He's head down, avoiding the flashes, and they're in.
A nade from Furlan's a little late. Could still do something. Not quite, as they're broken through. Glaive chipped away at. No Kevlar on Zip, nor Farley. Bombs already planted, though. 1xBet very heavily favoring Astralis here. And that's a great click out of Furlan, the first out of his USP on the swing through. And a T-smoke. Now Furlan's caught Glaive as well. Zip's not going to have much to do here if he loses Farley. Nothing for them to do, and a clean retake. Just like that, Ago sweep Astralis under the rug and take the first.
Beautiful stuff from Furlan there, just staying calm. You can see the Julies there on top of the heart. Leman didn't avoid it with the second flash as much as he would have liked right there. That's why he's running in and he's looking at the ground just to dodge them the best he can.
He's given us a proposal for his nickname as well. He's called his USP Mr. Headshot, smiley face.
Who, Furlan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Headshot.
I don't think he's going to be Mr. Headshot.
No, I don't think so either, but I'm just letting you know that he believes Mr. It's like, you know, the, yeah, you had Mr. Happy. What are they called?
Puppets?
You know, the little books. They were like little men, Mr. Men. It was like Mr. Sad, Mr. Happy, Mr. Square.
Yeah, is that what they were called, though?
Mr. Squiggle.
Mr. Squiggle's one of my favorites.
There was a squiggly one from there, that
No, I know who you're talking about.
series as well. We'll come back to it because there is some counter going down and our sound's out of sync as the spray comes through. Mwlky onto Glaive.
Oh, okay. Well, he gets away with his life right there. You thought that the shrapnel coming back his way might have been enough to chop and change him, but Astralis on a force bar going to be starting a man down. Still have a minute and 25 on the clock, and Viku with aggression gives them one back, so that's a little bit naughty. They can regather right now. Config still towards Yard. He might actually catch Furlan sleeping. He spotted him. I thought he spotted him. I guess he did. Furlan saw him first.
Yeah, really quick. And that was actually Config's threatening presence completely cut out of the round. Furlan's even pre-aiming for the potential for more. Zipex is there, Farley above, and he can peek both of these. He's managing his angles really well. Ooh, nice snap.
Great shot.
Yeah, Mr. Headshot out and about today. Zipex, on the other hand, has at least managed to keep yard control Astralis. It's going to be Ultimate they have to get through next. Ultimate, is he holding the main cross? It's smoke now. Yeah, he's going to have no info. So now...
Need it, mate.
Oh.
Don't need it at all.
Problem solved, actually. You can just kill him without seeing him.
Yeah, so in case you were all confused at home, maybe you don't actually play Counter-Strike. The smoke, it's not like Astra's wall. It's just a visual wall. Now, I'm making this one easy for you guys who are the Valorante players.
I suppose we probably should occasionally give them some comparisons if you've got new Valorantes in the chat.
Well, this is one of the things, right? Obviously, you and I have spoken about this before. You know, I think it's great that we have Valorant out there. It's going to actually bring a new base of FPS players who, once they, you know, maybe they enjoy Valorant, they go, oh, well, let's give Counter-Strike a go. This game's been around forever.
But it's also, and Counter-Strike never was particularly accessible if you're trying on your own as a first-time FPS, just because you're going to join a DM or join a retake and get bodied and be like, this is no fun.
Yeah.
And some guy's going to shout at you on the microphone and say, why are you so bad? And you just give up.
I think Valorant would do a good job of giving everybody like a basic level of understanding of how to approach FPS games, and then obviously it's still going to be difficult when you come into Counter-Strike, right? Yeah. It's not always the most fun of times, but if you have that initial understanding, oh, they're rushing you down, Milky, mate.
He's fine. Config
is fine.
Completely let that one go.
Full cream milk today. Oh, that 0.5%.
I like that clotted cream vibe. Milky Way. On his way.
Yeah, these guys are powdered right now.
Oh, and that's Furlan gone down. You're too good. You're too good today. I can't keep up. From powdered milk to powdered bottoms. Blame. Not long for this world. Leman's coming in. And actually, I think they're aware of it. So he's going to have to just chill his beans. Turns the flash, and they do fire off a pot shot. But this one is just a question of time. Blame would love to take and force a couple of rebuys, and it's not going to happen this time. 3-0. So that is it. The perfect start completed. A 3-0. We get our guns out for Astralis, and there is some funds starting to build for the CTs, keeping those bodies alive. It might mean that we get to see some juggled rifles.
Well, this is the biggest question mark right now. If we go into a standard Astralis smoke wall round, get across to Secret, how are the CTs going to rotate, right? What are the responses going to be out of Ago? That is a massive question that we have. And yeah, we had a visitor just then, Alex. Did you see?
I didn't.
No, we don't normally get a visitor.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Fiku, and good for it. Just like that, Blame's gone before the smoke even lands. You nade off the door, exposed, and now Glaive actually going to be walking towards his own smoke. He likes to throw this one on the defense, and wow, pre-aiming on the jump of the boxes at distance. They just have to respect it, right? Those are your options.
Yeah, just wait it out. It's going to start fading now, so the crawl can continue, and they still have utility to lob out a late smoke or Glaive, Farley, and Config. But if there's a re-smoke, or a flash is better, peek. I don't see a whole lot. A nade? That ain't bad either. Only very light damage. Just a bit of salting. As they're going to creep and crawl. So Furlan will still be that first port of call.
Well, Furlan's been taken out of the round. Now, sometimes there's a lobby retake in response to this.
Here it comes. They're pushing ramp too. So the fact that they know they might lose heaven here, they'll take real estate.
Furlan is on a timer. He's just slowly, methodically falling back out into a more passive stance. He wants them to come down. He wants them to commit because the lobby's clear. His teammates are screaming to him.
Yeah, this is perfect. I really love the decision from Furlan to move away. The round should be won now. Fiku's in the vent too.
Yeah, and just to confirm it, Leman says nothing outside, so now Furlan's in the right place. Fiku to be baited in. Oh! Config hits the cracker.
And to top.
It could be. Oh, it might be.
15 seconds.
They're going to be charging straight into Ultimate if they try. Oh my god, time so sensitive. Heaven dealt with. Ultimate nearly wins the round. I can't believe Config pulls it off. Farley's still around, but...
Get a plant.
Where's the bomb? Just in time. Good god, they might do it. It looks like everything was right from Ago. Now Furlan's the one in the dire straits. He's playing with a ladder. They got util. This is the kill that determines the round. Mwlky, are you ready? The answer's yes. He takes down one. 2v1. Mwlky's so low. Farley can isolate these duels, but he's just slipped the net. Forces the fight. Farley down to 27.
Sit it. He's going to sit it. He's going to call the bluff here.
Farley walking. And 4. Secure. Lovely play. Ago have saved the day thanks to Ultimate. I mean, actually, no, a full team effort.
It's full team effort.
Full team effort. Everyone really working as a unit to deal with Astralis. Their fun and games cut short.
I would have felt really hard done by if I was Ago and I lost that round because Config gets essentially two crazy opening kills, right? The one on Fiku with the jump through the vent. Well, here's how Fiku opened the round. That was a very long round, wasn't it? This is the one. Bang! Straight in the barrel in the face. That's a great replay there. And then up the ladder. The second kill that he gets was also sketch. So Config getting it done, doesn't matter how, but not enough for Farley to close on out. And back into the buy we go. Ultimate into the AWP. Smokewall has been rumbled towards Yarn by the looks of things, but they're going to get it down anyway.
Yeah, Furlan lucky to have gotten away from that. And it doesn't seem to stop Leman from making sure his presence is noted. The whole squad's walking behind these. Previous constellations of Astralis worked wonders through these smoke walls. Furlan's caught Glaive, the head of the snake, gone.
No one's rotated lower yet, but if Ultimate posts up at top ramp, he'll have a great angle. Single door, fight with the AWP is a beautiful one to take. Farley, though, in a dance, should get this on a Furlan and does.
Wow, they've got space lower and full yard warehouse. This is weird now for the CTs.
You'd want to come back up. I think you'd really want to come back up because the lower site's unknown and, wow, Mwlky, the timing. Just the brazen nature of the re-peak.
Yeah, and just catching Farley actually looking to move back towards Secret and Warehouse, so that it does indicate commitment. Ultimate's not really worried about single. His entire purpose has been focused on this double door swinging open. They are going to open the doors in unison and the pressure's on. Oh, doesn't engage. Config. Oh, Ultimate. Could and can find the first. Bomb carrier down and Ultimate. Real good trigger restraint. He doesn't reveal himself, doesn't miss the bait shot on Config strafe, and instead leaves with a round.
5-0. A 5-0 start. Blame has to save. There's no way he's getting into this one. 10 seconds left on the clock. No bomb in his hands. 4 players to find. And yeah, I think the restraint, that's key, because there's a couple of opportunities that we've seen where maybe other players would take that pot shot, give up their position. He doesn't. He's happy just to sit, wait, guarantee it. And his mechanical ability is good. We've been highlighting that. So the fact that he limits his shots.
Perception, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't take everyone. He just limits to the ones he knows are going to hit. And the double fist bump there. Fiku had both hands ready. That's efficient. Just as efficient as Ultimate on that AWAP. Astralis, timeout. Trace, the coach in the backline there. Not doing a lot of talking. It appears to be just Glaive right now. Mouth moving. This is T-side Nuke. This is going to take one for them to break on through. Lost bonus maxed, of course. So money for Farley means an AK could come out. There could be Galils for the other 3 or Tech-9s, Mac-10s with some util. Glave's actually just invested into util. Now, this is the type of round where you need to... Yeah, that's a hard death for Glaive, isn't it? Really try and enable Blame on this AK, right? Everybody else would probably upgrade into something quite light, but Blame's the one who has the biggest gun so far for Astralis to carry on over. Now remember, he will not be getting any loss bonus, right? He didn't get the loss bonus this round, so next round, that'll be his first coming through, and it'll only be 3,400. So a plant almost essential here if Astralis do end up losing this one.
And they are, yeah, the complete contrast to that of Fury. Aaron seems that Yard is the only thing they want to be hitting.
See how many smokes the CTs have used already, right? They used a molly squeaky, then they've used a smoke squeaky, a smoke ramp. There's a third smoke dropping towards Yard. Conflict with the scout. He just showed a bit of leg.
Yeah, he's going to try and hit the banger. And, well...
Wait, what?
Wait, did Ferlin hit that mid-air?
I think he landed and then had plenty of time just to hit the 4 bullets necessary with the silenced M4, but it looks so funny.
It did.
That he stood into the fire and didn't back off after the tag. Brave.
I guess he knows there's a bolt and a reposition required, but damn, I think Hot Config's been booked there. And they are going to throw out this wall of smokes late.
Still have this AK and a softened Ferlin to deal with, so Ultimate will have to reposition. It's the classic L block here. Oh, up and over. Ferlin thinking on his toes.
No HP though. They're so susceptible to a scout. He didn't spot him. Easy, fine. Farley down. The rifle is on Blame, and he will respond and return the favor.
Glaive getting across is good, but he has a Tech-9. Not good for a fight like this against Ultimate, is it?
Oh, and he might give it to him. Yeah, he's running around this corner. Oh, unbeknownst to him, there's an AWP breathing down the back of his neck. Nothing spotted on the jiggle. Ultimate instead will find Zipex, but now the gap. You can look at Glaive. He's got the space. He's gotten across. Ultimate has to fall back. Does that open up the ladder position to a top site finish?
If he kills Ultimate here, he will get an AWP. Blame towards lower the timing. Ultimate's made it around the corner. Glaive on the ladder!
Oh, he just completely walked past him.
I know where he is.
Onyx Stations, Fiku recovers and the bomb delivered to top site. That's a funny turn of events.
And Blame going to save again here. So he gets a kill within the round, but that's it. And he needs to retain that because next round, as I mentioned, the loss bonus wouldn't have been there for a full buy without a plant. Blame has a choice here. He can either buy a smoke, a flash, a HE,
or a smoke, a flash, a HE, and a decoy.
Yeah. So the decoy, I don't know what he would do with it.
We haven't since the doors were getting blocked with decoys, we haven't seen decoys be relevant.
Yeah, I feel that occasionally teams will get it on a pistol round to throw it as like fake smokes to bait out CT util.
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
even on a force buy, but it doesn't happen often.
But because the game has gotten to the point where teams are rotating and reacting from pinballs.
Yeah, you're right.
There is something to be said for them. Glaive, quick about this, really quick descent. He's beaten any of the responses available. Ferlin has to get down the vent quick and has... Oh, that's a catch. Completely caught off by the pace of Glaive, and he can win the round alone here based off of the space he's taken. mwlky has beaten him to the punch in terms of descending, but he has to catch the timing. Oh, the door swing open. mwlky nearly takes 2. They were completely caught off guard by that. And Ultimate, usually good for 1 or 2 from here. Drops a smoke to peek around. I like this. I like this a lot. And it's not enough. Glaive shuts it down. He opens that round and closes it. Astralis given an example of what he wants.
Yeah, and Ferlin's going to be feeling a little bit silly about that one, right? He just thought that he had the timing to take off a Glaive there, but the quickness, that was the undoing. That was the opening kill, and that's how things started to spiral out of control. Necessary shots hit by a couple of other players on Astralis there, but they will post there first. They need one more of those to break the bank balance of Ago here, and then they can almost start thinking about leveling things up. This could have been a mwlky double, right? Caught in the jump there was poor Zip. Let's get the conversion. Blame with some impact coming out squeaky late, just patrolling and controlling those rotations.
Yeah, Ferlin's not going to let that... Oh, I said he wasn't going to let that happen again. He's going to be Molotov'd out. Drops a nice
Get away
smoke.
here.
I think he's done enough with the smoke alone. There's a slight gap on that other side, but he has no info. Leman can't go down without a kill here and does deliver a double. A silver platter for a 7th now for Ago.
And Ferlin stuck around. He's got a gap in the smoke here. Should take down Glaive. Hello?
Yeah, didn't quite manage to get the pieces in the right place.
Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them, because if it does, it's the Ferlin Glaive battle that has decided the last 2.
On Farley would be, yeah, very grateful for that ramp fight to be given to him. He might get it from Ultimate. And look at this, 2 CTs catching Blame from his yard adventure. Farley pulled away, nothing on his re-clear.
That's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's 2 there. It's just a question of where they've dug themselves into. Ultimate might have a glance if he fancies it, but Farley is about to sweep through. A hard shot to hit and an opportunity that does go awry. Ultimate's not going to let that happen again.
That's really rough. You think about that from Farley's perspective. What are you meant to do? You know that they push lobby. You know that there's one ramp, and then an AWP comes up and shoots you in the back while you try and deal with something else. Glaive goes down, Fiku with the frag, and 7-1. There you go. They're no joke.
They're legit.
Yeah. Like, actually, the type of Counter-Strike they're playing is fun to watch.
And they are so young. You got a lot of people here, a lot of the AGO boys on their first trip to an international LAN.
Yeah, the average age of the team is brought up a lot by Leman and Furlan. Right? When you take a look at it, it's 21.7 as the average age, which sounds young, but Furlan is 27, and you've got Leman, who is 25. The other three are all 18 years of age. Absolute babies in the server right here.
I mean, when you put it in terms of Vertigo, them being 14 when it was released, that was when I was like, holy moly.
It's crazy, right?
Holy moly, red beans and all of that ravioli. Glaive again, look at the space he's taking. He constantly gets them scratching their heads. This time in the head-to-head, it's Furlan that stops Glaive before too much can go down. Zipex straight through that hut wallbang. That is a big return. And now mwlky taking some initiative. He's gone straight into trophy. They've lost yard. And the main body of Astralis' assault still lingering here. Oh, just turned away. It leads to another death for Blame.
Better move, boys. mwlky's coming.
Yeah, and he's not slowing down. They forced him, or forced them into the lobby. And that's 3 for Config as he does deal with it.
Now, if you notice the differences between how Glaive works around a smoke wall yard and how Blame would work behind a smoke wall yard, Glaive is taking a lot of initiative and looking for the gaps to find the openings in the fights. If he doesn't find the fight, he finds the space, right? That's one of the key things with the way Glaive does it, whereas Blame will do it in a lot safer, right? He'll do the L block, he'll take his time, he'll avoid the spam, he'll get into warehouse, he'll park the bus, and then they'll wait and hopefully play the rotations. There's obviously pros and cons to both styles. Blame's is hoping that they'll push into the rest of the players, but if they don't react, then you're out of utility, right? And Glaive's is, well, if they're heads up Counter-Strike and ready for all the smoke gimmicks and lurks, I'm going to go down and give up a free death. Glaive's still alive and doing damage.
Oh my god, he nearly got both through the smoke on a very hectic spray. Yeah, this gets really, really dicey now for the CTs. 7-2, but the third now looming as the Danes have taken a nice opening. Finance is shaken. mwlky with that AWP is going to have to do a lot.
Key round, isn't it?
Yeah, really big one in terms of how dominant this CT side can be. Oh, Ultimate's taking some liberties. Oh my god. He's gotten across to red.
Furlan coming too. So Farley is out here with the bomb.
This is a lot now. Yeah, swung on.
But Furlan is going to be... Oh, could have been in the same position. Interesting play by him here. I don't know if he wants to risk the one-way because he's very susceptible to spam.
mwlky's sweeping through, glass cannon on him, they say, wow. Does drop the one-way. Maybe that'll delay them. Maybe they'll cancel off the back of that. It's possible. Oh, he's so susceptible to a spray. mwlky has got the bomb carrier though. If Farley falls, the swing could come in. Doesn't. Baited. mwlky losing a lot of territory, but Leman has dealt with the problem on Hut and Astralis. They're losing their advantage. It falls to a 2v2. mwlky's being played with, toyed with Zipex onto the Leman aggression. mwlky caught from behind. And so Astralis do eventually convert.
That one almost got out of control, didn't it? Great stuff from Zip there. I think he did a really good job of just locking it down and not giving away too much. But you can see the decision-making tree coming out from Astralis there. There's a player in Squeaky with an AWP. Hut must be free. Leman says no. Grabs himself 2 big kills, but this is the point where the half can start to level on out a bit. mwlky on the first would have loved to get himself a second there, and this is Leman. How are you meant to trade this? I feel like with the time, if you blame, you're thinking, I just have to go for this.
And the beauty of what they were going for, you can see the grounds by where that was going to work out. mwlky, he has a glass cannon. He's posted aggressive in Squeak, and it forces them into that MP9. So really a nice attempt at recovery after losing 2 bodies early.
mwlky's got a Zeus, everybody, and we know what that means. He's not going to use it. That's what it means. He had 5 opportunities there. Oh, Leman's taken 2.
Oh, you really got to back them with the aim here. They get the info and finally falls to Config. He actually did more damage to him. He's vulnerable to USP as well. There is one there on Trophy. But, I mean, we're not talking about an AGO 8th here. We are talking about a costly one for Astralis.
Get the deagle. Can you get the deagle? Where did it land?
Fiku's trying to do the knife trick, by the way. So can we see if he's rotated the right way? I know there's some sort of nifty trick to this because some people don't get the backstab. You have to be a geek about it.
Maybe we could get a Hey Future Pros tutorial on it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, actually, Rush, I would like a content series. Like, for example, in Divider on Overpass, where do I have to stand as a CT so my barrel isn't spotted? Tessus was doing that yesterday. In Graveyard, as a CT, where do I have to look down at the ground so my head and body is not spotted?
Those would be good.
Yeah, where in the vent, if I wanted to knife a player, where do I need to... Can you do a compilation, Rushley?
Yeah, I remember watching it get set up multiple times, and you have to kind of... I think, is he on the ladder a little bit? And he's... Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool, Rush. So that's your homework for today. I know you're only working one series. So I expect this on my desk by the end of the day.
Maybe he clears CT vent. I mean, he has no idea. Maybe he gets config on the way out, and that would be a nice achievement.
This is how the entire Championship Gaming Series was observed.
Can you imagine? Oh, he does. Hey. Hey! Like AK.
Yeah, stick to it, Rush. Believe in the heart of the cards. Didn't believe in the heart of the cards.
Probably would have got it if he did.
Not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, is Rush.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Gotta catch 'em all.
That's Pokemon's. But you could do something with... oh, we already mentioned this one. How do you get Fiku on a bus?
You Digimon.
Yeah, right. All right. Wasn't going to land. Probably a lot of kids probably don't even know who Pikachu is these days.
That's not... No, that's an assumption. I reckon Pikachu has transcended the Zuma Boomer millennial divide.
Yeah, there's a new looking Ash Ketchup out there.
Is there?
He's got a different hat on. First gym he went to was against Brock, right?
That's right.
And he had to deal with... What was this? Was it Onyx? Was Onyx the big rocky boy that's like a dragon snake thing? Met Misty pretty early on as well.
Misty was a big part. She was specialized in the water Pokemon.
Yeah.
That was when I was watching.
Staryu and Starmie.
And I remember the first movie where Mewtwo was discovered, or Mew. It was
Mew and Mewtwo, yeah. The most powerful Pokemons.
Yeah. Now it's probably just called like Oxymoron, and it's a giant...
Yeah, they've gotten real... Yeah, they've run out of the creativity, I think. That's a zip opener. You don't see those every day of the week. That's a config opener, and yeah, you definitely do see one of those every day of the week.
You do. You really do. And he's caught another elsewhere. Blame just deals with the aggression on ramp, and so a very convincing, the only convincing T-round we're going to see out of Astralis so far. 5's a pretty damn good haul, and config looks like he's destined for greatness. What did you take on Config's interview? I mean, I don't know if he was perfectly summarizing it, but my take was that he's grown up to the point where he's starting to find his work-life balance. Like, this hasn't always been a job. Playing this video game was a big passion before it was ever a job. It seems like he's kind of talking about that balance between it being work now and still feeling like Christian at the end of the day, not just Config.
Yeah, it's a hard one to quantify, right? Because for a lot of the players who've been doing this for years, as you mentioned, it was just a passion project. This was never meant to be a career where you're earning thousands upon thousands of dollars, you're traveling around the world, you're getting all this wicked stuff going on, right? That was never the case. It was just something you competed in and you enjoyed. So you've kind of seen these individuals have to grow up and learn as it's all happening. And that's the same in like every single role we have here, right? And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. And we talk about the passion or the love for the game. Well, that has to stay to some degree. Yeah. But you also need to be able to have things in life to prioritize to make you feel, well, like it's not just all the game, right? Yeah. You want to make sure you're turning up every day wanting to play. You need other things to give you that perspective, I
Keep you grounded, I say, yeah. Ooh, well, there shouldn't be much to say about this one, but we know how Deagles can go. All it takes is a bit of a slip-up, a silly sound cue, a bait, a corner not cleared. But Config's been pretty damn regimented on these clears. He just crouches round, a little crab with a lethal pinch.
Yeah, I think Config's one of those low sense abusers, everybody, isn't he?
Low sense abuser?
Yeah, well, just like the AWP abusers.
Yeah, those AWP abusers, those filthy AWP abusers.
Well, 7-6. We're in the mix now, Astralis. It's how many more they can get on top, and they might even be good for 8 here. You have to consider how this game started. Scoreline at 1 juncture was 7-1. 5 consecutive rounds now after the bomb detonates in round number 13. And we are on. And, well, we knew that there was going to be some issues for Ego, but it's hard to really point them out because the last gun round that we saw, they just got pipped at the post, right? They all just pushed. They lost a couple of picks, and then they continued to go back for information and aggressive plays. They were just taken down by the patience of Astralis. In the earlier rounds, I think Glaive's aggression towards Yard has been causing them some issues, so when Furlan does get the better of the rotation. Nice attempt there from Fiku, while the second shot rings true. Zip will get the trade. Yeah, the Glaive-Furlan battle towards Yard. If Furlan gets the better of him and gets the rotation off early, and they're actually able to keep tabs on where Astralis are ending, they can contend within the round. But as soon as they lose that space, they're gravitating towards lobby as the meta dictates at the moment, but Astralis is just out-positioning them in a lot of these situations. Straight through the smoke there. Following the traces. That Fiku Deagle continues to be a bit of a threat, but...
this is going to be very telling of how competitive Nuke will be.
Dorps?
Dorps are out, everything they need. Ego have had to stomach a real run from Astralis. 5 rounds consecutively, and Config has been a constant presence in the feed. This time his adventure is cut short. Fiku's gone elsewhere thanks to Zipex and his lobby hold. Now that's the bomb-leaning Yard side. I don't know whether that's a commitment more than it is just Farley responsible for any re-aggress.
But this is the situation we're talking about right now. It wasn't Glaive versus Furlan by any means, but it's still an exchange outside. So how do they respond? With double AWPs, they don't necessarily have to push, right? Ultimate makes sure they can't go down secret, and mwlky makes sure they can't come ramp. But right now, the question isn't Heaven because of Furlan's position. He has a spot around to see that they can't crawl that way. But when this smoke wall lands, the CT setup will have to change. There's the dead body of Fiku there. So you can see the smoke wall landing. Now, Furlan, the question is, does he want to push and go for something risky? He's hearing a lot of steps. Oh, holding down the trigger, giving away his main position back. And now Heaven really going to be a problem for mwlky.
Ultimate's been sat here for the whole round. And it works out. Bomb spotted. Will that catapult them back up towards Yard? Nice flash. Glaive is stampeding. Furlan, will he be cleared? Tucks in tight. They're going towards Heaven. He screams. 2 of them.
Seconds.
That's the bomb heading Heaven. Farley to deal with main. He can deal with the vent rotate as well. This is good. Farley finds it. Up Heaven. Oh no. Missed shots from Leman. Getting sketchy, but time is on their side. They need to plant, and he's kept them busy. Good shot. Bomb loose, and round 1.
Well handled. Well handled. That was some of the questions we had to ask right there. And I think one of the reasons they started running Heaven was because of that ultimate AWP, right? You think, okay, we can scale quite quickly. We don't have to worry about that AWP. But mwlky getting that final kill gives away the double AWP setup. So you now know that's in play. So with that, you saw Yanko before note something to do with the setup from Ego on Mirage, right? Where they left one player solo B and it was just a fast B play from Astralis. Well, this is the last round. Maybe they want to capitalize on the double AWP and do something a bit more top-centric, right? Something that could be a late top pop, do the smoke walls, try and make it difficult for these AWPs to retake.
Yeah, it looks like you might be onto something here, Chaddy. Oh, it feels poppy. It feels very poppy. The wall of smoke's up. Fiku this time's the one to shut down. Glaive gone. They are aggressing, and a lot of bodies about to converge on this top site. 3 CTs to receive him, and actually cool, a cancel. They're heading back towards ramp.
Gotta be worried about mwlky here.
Yeah, let's see if he's good for it. Seems ready. Double zoom, no issue. Molotov Doff has to respect it. Good smoke, it actually helps them. Good work from the CTs to maintain presence. They've been flashed off and descending. Who's down there?
No one yet.
Wide open below a site. Now the numbers game is a weird one. This is the last round of play, so full commit for everyone. And low site lost, bomb not yet planted. They've got the space, they've got the control. They just want to decide how to position. He's got a spray, wallbang lineup for the Astralis plant. Believe it or not, that's not coming through.
Now they can place doors side, right? Because they cleared it out from window and Farley there close to the AWP. They know what territory they have. This is good for Astralis to start piecing this one together.
He has to decide when this orb closing the gap. Farley posted up on the exchange and Furlan cut down. That was the clear. Nice work. 3v4 and a quick scope out of ultimate. Swinging into Blame, going for another one. But Astralis, a couple of seconds away. mwlky to change the play. He spots him. He can do this, but the no-scope cancelled. Config has saved Astralis more times. 8, as they will win out to the half. XCOM 8 go 8, Astralis 7. The gap could not be closer. We're going to take a quick break and see if we need a third.
across the tiller, I'm going.
Okay.
Two. I think they're looking at me, Rush. Yeah, they are.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, water. Nice. I'm gonna go left towards radio, okay?
Where?
Radio. That's where I'm gonna go.
And what you see?
One more here. Oh my god. This guy looks stacked, dude.
Where is he?
He looks pretty good, man. I'm gonna try and see. Dude, he's.
Yeah, nice tracking from Blame, but unable to actually connect onto the head, and Leman's giving it to him. Spam of the pistol, dancing with trouble and death. It's Blame for another before he does meet his end. Fiku's lost the bomb. It looks like Ego have lost the round. But 7 on the T side. Oh my god, he nearly does actually bring it into a 1v1. But the point I was trying to make was that I don't think Astralis are going to be too miffed with a 7-round haul on the T side of Nuke. Not only that, a pistol win. And Ego looking for their 2nd win in Pro League. They did, of course, fall to Na'Vi. We all remember how Mirage went. But Complexity, a big scalp for them to take. A long, drawn-out best of 3 with some oopsies from Cole. But Ego, they're already 1 win, 1 loss in that column.
Yeah, I think after seeing Ego beat Complexity, right, that was where the conversation would be. If they can get another upset, if they're able to beat Astralis here today, for example, they could be in the conversation for the 3rd spot within the group. Now, we do have a technical timeout called here. Guys, we will be getting this one stopped as soon as the admins do permit it. There's been plenty of texts, plenty of stops. What? Come on now. There's no... I'm not going to reference this. I'll talk about it later. I'll talk about it later.
Have you ever owned a balaclava?
Balaclava?
From maybe a winter adventure, you are quite susceptible to the cold. Maybe, have you ever dabbled?
Ever dabbled?
In a balaclava?
I can't say I have. I know that I've had large beanies that I've pulled over my face.
Close enough. You could cut some holes if you were feeling...
Oh, maybe I have had a ballot. Yeah, we had a bit of fun and games one night. So, like, I'll tell you a bit of I'll tell you a Chad Birchall story from the archives.
Yes.
So,
what?
I used to be fun once upon a time, guys. I swear.
Right.
So back in Australia, one year, me parents, they went away. They went away to America or something. I don't know. They left the kids at home. I think I was of legal age at the time, about 18. And I had a bit of a party at the house. So you end up at the end of it with over the holiday period. With a few too many bottles that aren't going to be collected.
Oh,
so we had to get rid of all this stuff for bulk refuge, but I didn't want to drop it.
The evidence.
Yeah, I didn't want to drop it just outside the house or anywhere in the street. So we loaded all the bottles up in the back of my car.
Yeah.
Put on some like fingerless gloves and balaclava or whatever, and went and dropped them off in other people's bins.
So you're telling me that live, Internet's Forever Birchall, that you fly tipped?
Yeah, well, that house party I had was the first and last house party I ever had. Like, people came over who I didn't even know. They ended up vomiting on, like, the family couch or whatever.
I'm pretty sure I read a story about Australian house parties like that.
Yeah, that was, I forget that guy's name. Reese, I forget his name.
There is a very famous clip. Love that.
There was also, like, confetti out by the pool. I had a swimming pool. And people would then traipse themselves inside, and then it would stain the cork floor in the house with
cork?
Yeah.
You guys have cork floors?
Oh, it gets hot.
It's a whole different universe.
It is. It is.
Cork?
But that eco's over and done with, guys. Astralis, 9-8.
Has to stop talk. Talk game, please.
That really took me back, though.
Dude, I
18 was a long time ago. 14 years.
Yeah, and you had a house party with strangers invading. Like, it sounds like...
Never again.
Nah, ready for Hollywood. Farley's responsible for Yard here. Let's see if he gets tested, because there is a posture for it. There's smokes up, and gap still held. If they are brave enough to cross without full util, there is a chance Farley draws first blood. But you can see that mwlky's more than happy just to be a late arrival. Zip picks up secret, so as it currently stands, when there is someone's secret, what is the bigger gap? When someone's acknowledging the secret in the CT position?
Usually top side gets left a little bit weaker, especially if it's a vent drop, or if it's a ramp drop, you'd normally have a player there from hell. So right now, the bigger weakness is the top side. It is just config there on his lonesome. And as they comb over towards Yard, Zip will get flashed forward, spot 1, damage done. Not anything lethal.
Oh, Config's been really having a good game here, and he's pushed up slightly aggressive. So that information could come through quickly. There's going to be a lot of moving parts here. So 2 down secret. Zip happy to give them that space for now. It's because Glaive still has full trophy. Suspecting there's something to come. Look at this. Config plans to arrive at the perfect time. As contact is found, Zipex deals with 1.
Need the trade here from mwlky. He's going to be chasing Zip through this lower site.
Glaive here's a lot of action. trying to delay them as best he can, and Farley good for it. Puts Leman and the bomb on the floor with 28 seconds. Ago, we're going to run out of chances. Config's here to make sure of it. And I'm afraid mwlky's options are...
Naught?
Naught. mwlky.
If he saves this one, that'll be utterly impressive.
Oh, damn, Chatty.
Counter-terrorists win.
Just some Easter eggs out there for everybody. It is Easter soon, right?
Easter eggs are made of chocolate, which is made of milk.
Oh, that one wasn't. But yeah, you connected the dots. This is
If you try hard
Charlie
enough.
Day situation right here with the...
What was his name? Oh.
Isn't it Charlie Day?
Yeah, no, Charlie Day, but who was the dude he was, like, whose name was on the letters, you know? The chat will know.
I haven't watched enough Sunny in recent
No.
times.
There's a whole new series I haven't done. mwlky's going to try and make that saved AK scary. Let's see if he can. Wow, actually, you know what? He's got a lot of room out there in yard. I think a stray bullet did just fly through, and a lot of information once those smokes do fade. Can mwlky ply his trade earlier than that? Glaive jiggling for this. He's not ready. Oh, good engage. He might swing into this, and he does. Eliminate the threat on main. Quick find, though, from Farley, and more to be posted. Config's here just to farm up some extra frags. Yeah, no issues for Config, and style points as well. Getting his gun out in time from Furlan's missed Deeg. He knows what you're up to. Fiku. Dead man, surely. Ooh, even the wall bang hit, so his days were numbered. 11 for Astralis. Very rigid in their defense, and yet to see Ago demonstrate a convincing T round. They haven't been able to break through Astralis' defenses.
One of the issues that might come to crop up against Astralis here is the top side does seem pretty light on. I understand that Glaive was playing from main here, but he has been like aggressive yard. He's been over towards ramp in certain situations, so that's going to come down to config. So I don't think it'll be an issue today against Ago, but maybe a problem against, say, Na'Vi if they end up playing Nuke within this group. I don't know if we are going to get Boomich here.
Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah. Goddamn Pepe
the frog.
Sylvia.
Oh, config. Flashed off.
I like the pace there. At least it's going to get a bit more early util out. You can see that that ROP smoke is deep.
It's a different setup again. This time Blame is in main. Glaive was up ladder. Furlan down the vent, so he's got some space to work with here as they still try and find their first T round.
Look at that from Farley. They both hit their shot, but one to the leg, the elevated position on the box. Ultimate unable to find lethality.
Massive issues here already. I know that Furlan's lower, but look where Zip is. He's pushed up. Config down the vent on the chase.
Oh, Furlan.
4x3?
Yeah, oh, no. Oh, and
reload.
Config's just giving him the reload.
Yeah, Furlan should have this dead to rights.
This is an equalizer. This makes the round potentially Ago's first T round. Eliminated. And threat completely, I was going to say gone, but look at Zipex. He's actually going to catch two of them arriving here.
Oh, the timing was so off there from Zip. He was worried about the lobby cleared. Leman will put a bullet in the side of his head. So
Blame. This is so weird.
around the world.
He's looking for Furlan. Furlan no longer aware that there's any presence at all. And now mwlky's the one that goes down.
No one has seen the opponent that has killed them so far.
Yeah, it's one of those. They are through. Sound cue's heard. Glaive lets them in. Doesn't want to try and engage yet, but as it fades, that's the bomb.
It is fading. Oh!
Good catch from Furlan. He's winning this round for his team.
Might just be the save. Yeah, I don't know if Farley on 18 HP wants to go for this. There's enough money for a buy into the next tier for Astralis, but the game's not over yet. And that's Ago converting through a sequence of unfortunate events. That was all odd, wasn't it?
It was. Lemony Snicket, though. Series of unfortunate events. That was one of the few books I actually successfully finished.
Do the kids
As a
still
kid.
read, like, Roald Dahl?
Oh, yeah, a bit of Roald Dahl.
Yeah, he's got some bangers.
The Twits. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What was the giant one?
James and the Giant Peach.
The friendly...
BFG.
Yes, that was the one. Oh, the clipping on that pipe looked a little bit awkward
did
for
look
Blame
funky,
there,
yeah.
but he'll get the kill regardless. Oh, good. Bomb goes off. Round posted. Ago on the board. And I didn't think that Furlan's space there was going to offer them so much because it was space without a massive rotation. But Config goes looking. Curiosity killed the cat.
But this highlight package should summarize some very weird deaths. So sure, the AWP exchange. Furlan kills Config in the back of the head, then We saw mwlky get shot in the back of the head by Blame. It leaves us at 11-9. So Ego, they do break their silence. It took them 5 rounds, but a first one on the board for the attack. And it is up to them. They need 16 to force a third.
It's a quick smoke wall yard here. mwlky's the man tasked with seeing if anything close early. Ultimate's going to join him. And Ultimate just had his bell rung in the previous.
Blame has made it clear that he's occupying warehouse or close red with the nade alone. So they will be considering that. How long on this wall? They are going to start to cross.
Fading, fading, fading.
Oh, it's going to get weird. They have to hard clear Blame. They have to hard clear, and he's not going to be a perfect play from Blame Air for now. If he gets another, he can win the round just in these duels. It's what he loves. It's what he gets. Doesn't have to do much. The frags come to him. Here you go, left, scratching their head there.
No one's accounting for Furlan yet. Zip's not looking. Push coming.
Oh, barrel.
But look where Furlan is. Like, literally nobody's looking. He's up heaven. Oh, they are looking. Never mind. Watching from the T-vent with the AWP, with 50 seconds left on the clock, up to heaven. They had his number.
They did. Ultimate. He's been stylish at times. Let's see how his rifling compares to that of his flicky AWPing. And if Blame gets his third without having to have moved a muscle. Nicely done, but it costs him all of his health. And Config's just going to fill back into that warehouse. So, yeah, just a question of holding on to his AK, and I don't think he's going to be allowed to.
Matter of when, not if. 20 seconds. I don't even want to start talking about damage here. This half is going to be really hard for Ego to operate.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be easy for them whatsoever, especially with that cushy 7-round T-Hall. And that's a CT's dream. You got Blame on the screen right here. The fact, you're right, that he doesn't have to move from that position and all the kills come his way. That could go completely different if they go down secret. He's extremely removed from the pack, right? He's a sleeper agent. He'll be activated very, very late in this. T-side timeout called, the second for Ego so far. Coach behind them just trying to chip on in and give a couple of new ideas. And I don't mean the magazine. Did you have the magazine? Yeah? I don't know why I'm coming back to my childhood today. I'm remembering it all.
Up for it, bro. And there's probably a couple of...
Brain's working well today. I don't know what I did.
Did you have omega-3? Vitamin D?
I have my vitamins every day. I just have them in different orders. Maybe that's the problem.
Today was the right order.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of myself. I've gotten to the point. I always just thought it was like peak masculinity when you could take like 6 pills at the same time and then just 1 swig of water. I'm up there now. I'm
doing it?
I do my vitamin D, my creatine, and my omega-3 all in one gob.
Okay. Well, that's impressive.
Yeah,
you remember when we had those little packs we were getting? They had 6 in one.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do them at once?
No, they were a bit girthy for me.
I got that mastered.
Wow. Let's see if Ego have got anything to say about this slowly disintegrating competitive nuke.
Furlan's down. That tends to be the key to success.
Yeah, there's a lot of space here. This could still go wrong if Config wasn't Config, and Config really has no issues, just mowing them down. We'll call this 13. The rounds are really racking up at an unprecedented pace. And it was that second half of our first where we really lost the potency of Ego.
Bop. Giving it a crack, isn't he? Has the bomb on his back. Deagle in hand. Would need to hit some absolute screamers, as Ben the Legend would call them. Well, he's not bad. Zip will have to move. See him on the pivot back. If he wants to take the fight, may as well. They've got him surrounded. They know it's just down to the pistols. This is claiming those eeks. Ah, mate, they definitely know where you are. Blame is going to get the final frag of the round. Up to 20 kills now. Blame, 26 for Config. The Bash brothers at work here today. And just 3 more from converting this in 2-0 fashion. Up next, we have EG taking on Heroic. And later in the day, it will be Complexity versus Na'Vi. Now, Na'Vi are 2-0 within the group. EG are yet to get a win. Complexity 0-2.
Right, we got EG Heroic later.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I have to see something out of them today.
Yeah, it has to be.
Because I was like, I don't think they're done yet.
Did you hear Maui? Even Maui, a North American cynic, was suggesting that he already saw notable improvements, like their trading was better, that they are doing... Oh, your face.
I just feel we must have set the bar quite low then, haven't we?
You're right. It's on the floor.
So this is the thing, that they need to have a good performance today against Heroic. It's not going to be easy. No one's saying it's going to be easy.
And I mean, considering how hard they made Astralis work, you know, Heroic, they are so, they will never surrender, never quit. So even if each year we're actually starting strong, it's going to be a whole different ball game to try and actually close out against them. Looking forward to that. That is next on the agenda. Let's see if Ago can do anything with this big gun round. blameF bringing his big gun, aggressive. And just like that, mwlky caught on the edge of the smoke. They are getting absolutely butchered by blameF. Finally, Furlan puts something down range, and it's a double in quick succession. Fiku shot in the back of the head as well. Config clears out the lobby alone. And Furlan, well, he's known. And flanked. God, Config just wants to finish this game. I think he's got a hot date.
Yeah, it's really quick here. They have definitely let Config off the leash as like the most unbridled aggressive player they have. And then you're also seeing timing. Roland turns, Config takes him down. You've also seen Glaive doing some of these more instrumental roles that he's used to, right? But it seems to chop and change a lot. I don't think I have a full diagnosis of what Astralis are offering up yet, because each and every round it feels like something different. We've seen Glaive dealing with Yard, we've seen Blame dealing with Yard, we've seen Blame dropping down lower and going secret, we've seen Glaive holding ramp in certain rounds, we've seen Zipex coming up secret. So there's always something different, and if they're able to continue with these ideas, right, you have a lot of experienced players, maybe you can. Maybe it can be like Blame's like, all right, I'm going here this round, and then Farley goes, all right, well, I'll AWP here to supplement you, and Glaive goes, okay, well, then I'll fill this gap. If that's how they're doing it, fair enough. They have to do a lot of theory, though, to get yourself into that position.
Leman's just caught a hyper-aggressive flame.
You got to be expecting the pushes now, right? They are definitely bullying.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen, I suppose. It's kind of reminiscent of every Counter-Strike game where someone has a massive lead. You just start feeling yourself, taking those chances. They've paid off so many times. There isn't too many ways this goes wrong, but if there was, it would be that they're all as a 5-man unit, which everyone's happy. I think Chad gives it the 2 thumbs up. Is if Farley and Config combine at the right time. Is he just going to have a look now? He might just tap, but ahead, that's an important trade. Not allowing Config to retool, reposition.
Smoke. Oh, ahead of it.
Ahead of it and losing his. Furlan's gone. Now a 2v3. This was a 5-man T side, and Farley nearly finishes off Leman as well. Called him Leman.
I'll be feeling a bit like a Lemon if they lose this one, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's responding to this.
What a sour face.
The top, maybe?
Perhaps. Zip lower. Farley,
there
though.
It is.
Chasing them. Hot pursuit. And then, oh, a miss again.
Miss.
That is a big miss. Okay, the top site open for business somehow, some way. He'll drop off, maybe fake the sound and return. Yeah. It is your responsibility, Leman, and mwlky's got his knife out. mwlky's got his knife out, and yeah, poor Leman, 15 HP. Lobby and hell to worry about, and just a pistol required to finish. That is quite a turnaround. Zip and Farley deal with business.
Yeah, so many positions that Zip could have been coming from there. Could have opted to go up secret, could have opted to come up the vent, or could have opted to regroup with his teammate and go heaven, but he went ramp, pushed around, and caught mwlky off guard. So mwlky looks a little bit silly there, but you can see he has to take a risk in this type of situation. That's very good stuff from Zip to deal with Fiku, and every angle they tried to push was covered on off, and a bit of a rough one. But the scoreline now 15-9. Final gun round likely in play here. Ultimate into the AWP. Let's see how he can wield the big green fast towards Yard. Has mwlky and Furlan in tow. And Zip this time is fighting Yard. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me how the setups ever make sense. They're always different. The AWP this time scaling up ramp. Config and Glaive in top.
A free-flowing setup. Look at this. Look how much fun they're going to have with this wall. Oh, actually, Flame's gotten away with that. Ultimate's missed a couple of stray bullets.
mwlky's across.
Yeah, that's promising. Config, however, is on T-roof.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Of course. We should have seen that coming. And oh no, that's the bomb. And he deletes Furlan. He does not have the X-ray, though. Sometimes it looks like he does. 2 remaining for this one to conclude. Astralis have got a very firm grasp on this, but also I think the biggest takeaway is that the individual stars are demonstrating just how individually starred they are.
Look, Config's probably going to keep pushing. Glaive gets a freebie right here. 1 man standing. Fiku, all to do in Squeak. He can't even get the kill. Glaive will pick up the final, and it's going to be 16-9. A 2-0 for Astralis. They're going to be happy with this one after how long yesterday's game played on out. Should be some smiles on the faces here for the Danes because they can hone their sights on maybe the 3rd spot in their group. That'll be it to a break to the desk, and then the second series of the day coming up a bit later.